Halftime score at Sun Devil Stadium. Dallas 14, Arizona 14. This first half highlight is brought to you by MCI, proof positive. Michael Irvin. Shaded now on the right. Rodney Peete, the quarterback. Covered by Aeneas Williams, but nothing you can do in terms of coverage about that.
No, and Rodney Peete threw it exactly where he had to because Aeneas Williams was underneath. He was between he and Michael Irvin, so he had to throw it up over Williams's head, where if anyone is going to get it, it's going to be Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin kind of made two great catches out of that one.
He did. He really did. Halftime statistics. Cardinals outrushed and outpassed the Cowboys. Total yards, obviously, then in favor of Arizona. First downs 14-7. No turnovers, and that's the big difference between this one and the game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think the two big things you just mentioned, the turnovers, and that's what they've been preaching all week. That we can't have turnovers. Put the game in the hand of our defense. Let our defense win it. They have the time of possession, and then I think Troy Aikman being out of the game for a while there just took the heart out of that entire Dallas Cowboy team.
And I'm sure now they have resolved themselves to the fact that Aikman will not be back. And here's what put him out. Watch him, number 8, roll left.
Yeah, and Wilber Marshall, number 55, is going to come and give him a hit right under the chin. Now, yeah, if they use the crown of the helmet as a weapon, that's illegal.
Right.
If they use the, just the helmet where the helmet is coming up underneath, then that would be a legal hit. And that's going to be something that's going to be shown back and forth as to whether it was legal or not. We'll say this, at the time that Wilber Marshall hit Troy Aikman, there were no penalties on that play.
No flags thrown on that play. Ronald Moore of the Cardinals had a good rushing first half.
Well, they mixed it up. I mean, they were going to run Ronald Moore, and if you look on the left, he ran 4 times. He gained 15 yards. Up the middle, he gained 30 yards, and then 18 to his right. So it was kind of, half to the left, half to the right, and double up the middle. And they just didn't work on one area. They kind of worked the left, the middle, and the right.
That's the kind of balance that Buddy Ryan wanted, that kind of a conservative attack featuring Ronald Moore.
And they had the, 2 tight end. That gave him a lot. Chad Fan in the backfield doing those motions and those wham blocks. Got some of those holes in the middle for Moore. And I think the Cardinals had a pretty good offensive game plan.
I think they had a pretty good first half, all in all. Steve Beuerlein was hit a couple of times and shaken a couple of times, but hung in there.
And Steve Beuerlein's a real competitor. I mean, he wants to throw the ball. He wants to get out there and chunk it down the field. And the one time he did, they got a big play out of it. That pass to Gary Clark, where Clark took it down to about the 6-inch line.
And Beuerlein on the quarterback sneak scored the touchdown after Clark's effort.
One thing we said before the game, that if the Cardinals are going to have any chance offensively, their offensive line has to do a good job, and the Cardinal offensive line in the first half did an excellent job.
Boniol will kick off. Fred McAfee back deep. Boniol's kick again sails to about the 11. All of them seem to have been in that range. Down in a hurry. The coverage by the Cowboys. Joe Fishback, who just came back this week. Dave Thomas also down. So the Cardinals will take over at their own 22-yard line. 14-14 score. A sellout crowd at Sun Devil Stadium. Usually sold out, or has been in recent years, whenever the Cowboys come to town. Fishback. Just came back after being shaken up.
This has really been a physical game. I know the Cardinals feel that they had to play a physical game, that they think Dallas is a finesse team, and the way to play the Cowboys is play them as physical as you can.
Beuerlein gives on the first play to Centers. Centers gets outside the 25, about the 26. Where he's piled up by Russell Maryland. He made a couple of great plays in the first half.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, he was up and down the line of scrimmage, and they were part of their game plan was to run at Maryland and to run at Leon Lett in the middle, and I don't think you're going to get any bargain in there. We just got word that Nate Newton sprained his ankle and is doubtful that he'll be back.
And I understand after that, they just told me that he will not be back. Here's Beuerlein back to throw it, and throw it deep he does. Intended for Ricky Proehl, but nowhere near, and good coverage as well. 14-14.
It's hard when you only have one guy going deep, and there's 4 defensive backs back there, because 3 of them ended up on Ricky Proehl, and Steve Beuerlein didn't have a chance. He didn't have anyone to throw to there. They probably decided, what the heck, we haven't done much throwing, let's take a shot downfield. But if you're going to do that, you got to kind of spread the field out too and have more guys going out deep than just one guy.
Cardinals go with 3 wide receivers. The Cowboys go with their package where they have 7 defensive backs with Bill Bates in the middle. The rush at Beuerlein is hit just as he let it go, but the Cardinals might have gotten it first down. Garrison Hurst made the reception.
Yeah, you were talking about here's the Cowboys with their 7 guys, their 7 defensive backs right here. Now what the Cardinals do is they have Garrison Hurst in the backfield. He's going to come out here, and that was one of the things. He's active for the second game, and they wanted to use him in this game as a pass receiver. You see him come out, run an out pattern, and right there at the end to get the first down.
Cardinal 1st and 10 at their own 33. Score tied at 14. Beuerlein gets to Moore, wrapped up after a yard. Hit from the backside by the pursuit, Tony Tolbert, I believe.
You know what would be a pretty good play here for the Cardinals somewhere, not on this down, but they've been running so much on first down that they're getting those Cowboy safeties up there on first down, is to go a play pass on first down. Fake that run, get those safeties up there, then go for your deep one.
Beuerlein brings him out. Garrison Hurst is the lone back, along with Larry Centers, who's up in front of him to his right. Beuerlein, long count. Fumble. The Cardinals get it back. Lost yardage, but got the ball. Derek Ware fell on it.
That's what happens when you have a new guy, and they haven't worked together. You're going to see Garrison Hurst here. See, he starts off, and it looks like that was, I don't know if that was Beuerlein or Hurst or whatever, but that should be as simple a thing as you do. Getting a snap from the center and then handling the ball to the ball carrier. See, he brings it up, then he goes to put it in, and I don't know, it just came right out the back door on Hurst.
Never quite got it all the way in, but again, what you said is so true. A new back, you don't exactly know how he takes the ball. Here's Beuerlein. The pocket caves in around him, but he steps up. Incomplete to Garrison Hurst, who started to run before the ball arrived.
And he had room to run, too. See, you're going to see Jim Jeffcoat is going to come here and give the pressure, and he's going to bring, here's Jeffcoat, number 77, and he's the first guy to flush Beuerlein out. He steps up, then he comes out here and he finds Garrison Hurst is wide open. There wasn't a Cowboy around him. That was as automatic a first down as you can get. Look at how much room he has up the field. There's no one there.
Eagles punt sails to Kevin Williams. Makes the catch, a fair catch, and the Cowboys will take over. Flag way back. It's going to be, I believe, against the Cardinals, a flag on the punt, and Barry wants him back. Switzer says bring it back. We'd like to give Kevin another chance.
Yeah, I think Kevin would like another chance because he fair caught that ball and there was no one within 10 yards of him. Plus giving him another chance means moving it back.
By the kickers, number 53. 10 yards, still fourth down.
Because now they not only have to punt the ball again, but they have to punt it from 10 yards deeper. Number 53 is Garth Jacks. Remember, he used to play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. A very, very much a favorite of Buddy Ryan, who said if he had a whole team full of Garth Jacks, he would take on anybody.
Well, He doesn't play Garth Jackson that much.
No, he doesn't. I wondered about that statement.
Yeah, he ought to start him then.
Back at the goal line, Fiegel. The kick is just as good. Kevin Williams is not going to fair catch this one. At the 37, he is down, where the Cowboys will take over.
Good geometry.
First down, Cowboys. And there's a hat thrown down and a ball on the ground. Stone is at left guard. Newton is not back. Tuanay still playing. Stepnoski still playing. The rest remain intact.
You know, those are the things that happen. You know, we talk about practice, and they call them reps, and the backup quarterback doesn't get a lot of reps, if any reps. And when you lose your starting quarterback like Troy Aikman, you bring in Rodney Peete. He hasn't practiced with Mark Stepnoski.
2nd and 11, and Peete is back to throw it. Dumped it out to Emmitt Smith to the 41. Right now, let's return to James Brown in our Hollywood. And back here, it's 3rd down, about 8.
Winning's a great deodorant, isn't it, Pat?
Oh, boy.
If you have an argument, you win. It's motivation. If you have an argument and you lose, you got a cancer on your team.
It's still an argument. Peete, incomplete. Thrown to Darrell Johnston. Thrown a little low, but that could have been caught.
Yeah, when they watch Mark Stepnoski in here blocking against Eric Swan. In the first game, he really did a good job because he has great leverage. I mean, Stepnoski is a strong guy. He's not a big guy, but he is always underneath the defensive guy's shoulder pad. Plus, he's the 2nd strongest guy in the team.
John Jett back to punt. Gets off a good one to Patrick Robinson. Gets away from one man, gets away from 2 men, but not everybody in the flag is thrown. That's happened a lot as well.
Yeah, on every special teams play, like we said earlier, we usually have a fight. Now, because it's hot out there, I think they're getting too tired to fight, and they're just fouling.
Fouls, fights, flags every play. Illegal block in the back. Red Cashin, the referee. And he will let you know where you stand.
During the run back, an illegal block, number 50 by the receivers, half the distance to the goal, 1st down and 10.
Robinson is 82.
Yeah, you see, there was the illegal block right there.
There's another one. Cardinals take over. Score is tied at 14. Back at Sun Devil Stadium. Pat Summerall, John Madden, 14-14 score. Cardinals and Cowboys. First down, Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals at their own 7. Moore and Centers are the 2 backs. Centers. Hit by Woodson, still fighting, still on his feet, and down he goes finally. He does battle for the yards.
Yeah, I think everyone's learned from Larry Centers. You know, we were just watching him in practice yesterday. Every time he gets the ball, he runs the length of the field. Jerry Rice of the 49ers is that kind of guy that no matter in practice the day before the game, practice during the week, they only know one way to go and one place to take it. And if you practice that way, then those little extra effort things will always show up in a game.
Right now he took it to the bench. Second down. That's the same play they scored the touchdown on. When Fan ran in motion one direction and went back the other direction. Tony Tolbert made the stop.
And Chad Hennings was in there to make that stop. You know, we talked about the things that we're going to do. Look at this. They've had 18 times they've run the ball on first down, and they've only passed 1. So I think if they're going to get a big play, and I don't think they do it in this area, and it's 3rd down anyway, but somewhere along the line, a play pass on first down could bring a big play for the Cardinals.
3rd and 7, 4 wide receivers this time for the Cardinals. Beuerlein out of the spread. Has time this time. Incomplete pass. Intended for Brian Reeves. He was sandwiched.
Now that's the toughest kind of offense of football to play, where you run on first down, don't make enough, run on second down, don't make enough, and then put in 4 wide receivers. They put in 7 defensive backs, and they know you're going to pass, they're going to tee off, and you have to force it. That, for a quarterback, this is the toughest kind of offense you have to play, I think.
Fiegel standing 5 yards deep in the end zone. Kevin Williams back at the 45-yard line. Eagles kick should be returned. Handled by Williams at midfield, and he gets down inside the Cardinal 34, where the Cowboys take over with good field position. A 14-14 score at warm Sun Devil Stadium. Rodney Peete gets to Emmitt Smith. Smith to the 30. Stopped by Clyde Simmons.
You know, up until that rush there, the Cowboys only had rushed for 43 yards. Emmitt Smith had 9 carries and 41 yards. And at some point, you know, in the second half of this game, or in this part, Emmitt Smith has to start to be a big part of it, or has to become a big part of it. And I think now may be the start of it.
He's lined up about 8 yards deep. That's Darrell Johnston in motion. The pitch is back to Emmitt Smith. Smith short of a first down to about the 26. Stopped by Eric Hill. Going to bring it up 3rd and about 2.
Emmitt Smith is looking for some of his parts here. There's Andre Waters. He's starting. Lorenzo Lynch is the starting strong safety for the Cardinals, and he's out today. And Andre Waters, one of the old Philadelphia Eagle for years.
Yeah.
Starting at strong safety. He'll tackle you.
On 3rd down, Rodney Peete, the quarterback. Again, it's Emmitt Smith. Smith didn't get the first. Down to about the 25. About a yard short. Chad Brown made the stop.
This is a tough thing. When you get all the defensive linemen are shifted over to this side, and they're running right into the strength of the defense. And it looked like they had about 5 white jerseys that were there unblocked. That play didn't have a chance.
Field goal try by Boniol with Novacek holding.
You know, I think the Cowboys do have a fake field goal in today's game plan, too. This wouldn't be a bad place to try it.
This from 43 yards out. Boniol's kick is partially blocked and rolls into the end zone. And we'll stay tied at 14 with 6:07 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The ball just barely got airborne when it was knocked down. Still tied. Here's the red hand of number 58. Excuse me, John.
There's Eric Hill right there. And you'll see him come in, and then you see the red glove go up. And it's the red glove right there of number 58, Eric Hill, that got that block.
So it's 1st and 10 Arizona at their own 33. Beuerlein's doing what you said. Throw it on first down. Pass is complete, but there's not much there. Picked up maybe 3. Larry Centers. Stopped by Darren Smith.
Yeah, they were doing the same thing, but I think they got to, what they're doing is trying to go play pass and just get one guy deep up the sideline. I think you got to, you know, kind of layer the thing out and get, you know, 3 guys out there where you can, you know, take advantage of the guy that you do fake by getting the play pass.
2nd down, about 6.5. Ronald Moore. Deep back. Chad Fan lined up to his left. Hand off Moore. Outside the 40, about the 41. They'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah,
they got about 3.
They're trying to pound away at the left side of their line, you know, behind Big Ernest Dye and Luis Sharp. They're not finding a heck of a lot there. You know, when they just run that ball in there, because they're running at Haley and Lett and Jones, and those guys are playing it pretty well. The most success they've had is when they wham with that tight end and get in there.
James Washington has not been back since he was hurt earlier. Beuerlein from the spread. Incomplete. Cardinals brought some pressure. Gary Clark, the intended receiver. Beuerlein saw him coming.
I'll tell you, Gary Clark was open. I mean, he just had to hit him on that one. You know, and again, that's what I think I would do on first or second or any down, is just find Gary Clark. I mean, he knows how to get open, to work back, to do all those things. All you have to do is get that ball out of it. That was just a bad pass. He should have led him to the sideline on that one.
Cowboys were blitzing, however, and Beuerlein saw him coming. Great kick by Peete. Out of bounds at the 6, where Dallas will take over. 14-14 tie. Hard ball here.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, you know, this game there's been no turnovers, Pat, and the other thing, there's been no sacks. Both of these offensive lines have been pass protecting well or blocking well.
Peete retreats to pass. Throws deep. Pass in and out of the hands of Michael Irvin. Pretty good throw.
That's a tough throw from that far hash mark to that far sideline, but that was a perfect throw. Rodney Peete did that perfectly, and it just went right through Michael Irvin's hands.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
One thing about Ernie Zampese, he'll call a pass on any down at any position on the field.
Doesn't have to fit anywhere in the game plan. Here's Rodney Peete again. Swings it out to Emmitt Smith. And Emmitt Smith steps out of bounds at about the 13. Wilbur Marshall staring him in the face.
Maybe that's why he stepped out of bounds.
Maybe so.
Because you would think if you could get some more on 2nd down, you want to get as many yards as you can get. But I think Wilbur Marshall was zeroing in pretty good there on Emmitt Smith, and he decided to take that one out of bounds and come back for 3rd down.
4:10 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Score tied at 14. Cardinals and Cowboys. 3rd down. They need about 3. Here comes the Cardinals safety blitz, and Peete just has the ball fly up in the air. If that was a lateral forward pass, Red Cashin signaling. Eric Hill pressured Rodney Peete.
You know, when you talk about buddy ball and you say, what is buddy ball? This is it. Stay close, get him in field position, put a bunch of guys up, bring the blitz, go after him on a passing down. Don't let them know it. Keep your safeties back. Let them all hit the hole at the same time. Rodney Peete didn't have a chance. I don't know. Is his arm going forward or not? Rodney Peete doesn't see Hill coming. I don't know if his arm was going forward or not before Hill hit him. The Cowboys could have gotten a break there.
Jets back to punt. Robinson catches it. Robinson back to about the 40 and then knocked back a couple of yards to the 41-42. Dave Thomas down to make the stop.
That was very close for Rodney Peete. We'll take a look again. Eric Hill is number 58. He's going to hit Rodney Peete. Now, if his arm is going forward with the ball in it, then it's an incomplete pass. I think that ball went out before it was going forward. That should have been a fumble. Watch it. The ball's coming back. The arm isn't going forward. You see it was hit and knocked out before it came forward. Now, it's where the arm goes when the ball is in the hand.
Red Cashin didn't hesitate making the signal, but that's questionable. Center and Moore change places, and Beuerlein calls a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. 14 14-14 tie as we wind down quarter numbers 3. Nation Dark Horizon on the Fox Tuesday night movie. Beuerlein moves his backs again. 1st and 10. Proehl is the man in motion. And wide open up the middle is the tight end Derek Ware, who gets it down to the Cowboy 21.
That's that 1st down pass. You know, just get them up there. The Cowboys are playing run. They're all up there, and just hit that slant in there where those safeties should have been. Those safeties keep sneaking up, and they're playing run more and more. And he's just going to hit us right in this area here, right when those safeties are up, and right between them, he's going to hit his tight end on the slant. See it right there. They're up there. They're thinking run. They go in motion. There's no one here with Ware. Boom, he just hits them right now. Everyone playing tight for the run on 1st down.
1st down at the 21. The handoff is to Moore. Moore to the 15. Tripped up by Darren Smith, but a good gain.
That was a good cut by Ronald Moore. He took that ball up in there behind Ben Coleman, and then just cut it right behind his center, Cunningham.
Ball right at the 15. 2nd and 4. Moore, 21 carries, 76 yards. Centers directly behind Beuerlein. Moore to his right. Hand off to Centers. No gain. Maybe a half yard.
Hey, old Dixon Edwards stunted. You know, you have stunts for pass rushing, and you have stunts for runs. And you're going to see Dixon Edwards. He's number 58, and he's going to stunt right into the hole where they're trying to run. See if we can just stop it right there. See, Dixon Edwards is right there. He was stunning right into that hole, and that became his gap. He started as the outside linebacker, where he would have like the 7 hole and ended up in the 1 hole.
3rd and 4. Beuerlein gives to Centers, who's got some room. Centers will get the 1st down on 3rd down. Inside the 10.
That was an ugly play, but that was that old Statue of Liberty, where you bring that ball up. Watch Beuerlein. He's going to bring it up like he's going to throw a pass, and then he's going to take it back to his back. You see, like he fakes out there to the slant. Ronald Moore, or Centers, runs right into him. He hands it to him and gets an ugly 1st down.
Ugly but effective. 1st and goal from the 9. Beuerlein asks for quiet. Centers again. At about the 8. A yard maybe. Woodson up to make the stop.
Woodson, you know, this is also his home field. Darren Woodson played here at Sun Devil Stadium, Arizona State. He was a linebacker here. Come up and made that play, pumped himself up a little, and the fans booed him. I forgot he used to play at Arizona State here 2 years ago.
He doesn't anymore.
Well, I think these fans now have mostly turned Cardinal fans. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. 2nd and goal at the 8. Moore. No gain. Jeffcoat with a stop. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. The Cardinals 14, the Cowboys 14. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages from your local Fox station. For the Cardinals at the Cowboy 9. Here's Beuerlein to the right. Ricky Proehl caught the pass, and I don't think he got in.
They did. They're spotting it back. One official looked like he was pointing back at about the 3-yard line, and the other one was signaling touchdown.
Switzer saying he's out of bounds. Let's see.
That's a little rollout. Beuerlein is going to roll out or sprint to his right. Throw it out here to Ricky Proehl, his first catch of the day. Let's see if he stepped out or not. Not yet. No, I don't think so. I think that was a touchdown.
The pylon is out of bounds. He knocked the pylon over.
But I think the ball was inside the pylon.
I think it was.
You see here, I don't think his foot is there, and I think he got the ball inside the pylon.
The extra point is good. And the Cardinals take a touchdown lead over the Cowboys, 21-14, as we begin the fourth quarter. Sun Devil Stadium. The Cardinals leading the Cowboys now by a touchdown. Todd Peterson to kick it off. It's 21-14 Arizona. Kevin Williams and Brock Marion back deep. Line drive kickoff by Peterson. Kevin Williams stays in the end zone. They'll bring it to the 20. Watch Beuerlein's feet first, and then Ricky Proehl's feet.
See, Ricky Proehl, as you just look at his feet on this first replay, you can see that his feet didn't go out of bounds. So now the rule is, where did the ball break the plane? And the plane, of course, is a goal line. It has to be inside. It has to be inside that pylon. So you can see there the ball is inside the pylon, and it did break the plane of the goal line. That was a touchdown. The funny thing is about it, there was two officials right there. Neither one of them signaled touchdown.
First down, Dallas, their own 20. Peete gets it upfield to Alvin Harper. That'll be enough for a Dallas first down.
Now that Ricky Proehl touchdown, the fact that he was inbounds and the ball was inbounds, and then if you're inbounds and you touch any part of the pylon, then you're inbound.
That's the first down of this second half by Dallas.
Dallas can't be worrying about pylons and inbounds and outer bounds. They got to get something going, and they don't have this guy to get it going for them.
Troy Aikman on the sideline. It was the result of a first half concussion. Hit under the chin. Emmitt Smith, and he hasn't done much. They've kept him under control.
Well, this is when Buddy Ryan's defense can really play Buddy Ryan's defense, is when they get you having to play uphill. When they get you, with your backup quarterback, when they can get you in situations, this guy can really put the heat on you.
Smith got two at 2nd and 8. Let's see if the heat comes this time.
If it doesn't come this time, it'll come next time.
Yep. Harper moved back inside. Novacek comes out in motion. Here comes the heat. Michael Irvin still on his feet. He's going to score his second of the day. They can strike in a hurry from 65 yards away. Peete to Irvin.
Well, that's when you bring the heat. You're going to put your corners out there on an island. They did it in the first game. They put James Williams out there in the island again. He was man-to-man on Michael Irvin, and he just can't handle that. Pretty good protection. You see him out here. See, Michael Irvin is so big, and he's so strong, and he uses his hands so well. You see Williams started to go to the inside. Michael Irvin just got his hand there, just gave him a little help to that inside and went right beyond him, and Rodney Peete threw him a strike.
Good protection for Peete. That's always a key. Boniol for the extra point. Took him a long time to get it off, but it's good, and we have another tie. 21-21, the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Irvin has two. With John Madden at Sun Devil Stadium. 21-21 tie. Opening minutes of quarter number 4. Boniol will kick it off. Fred McAfee is deep for the Arizona Cardinals. Boniol again. McAfee. Hit at about the 26-27.
Let's look at the touchdown again, Pat. You see, when you get a blitz, when you bring these guys, then you're going to get man-to-man out there. Here's James Williams. Here's Michael Irvin. Now, the safety is here. The safety can't get over to help on that at all. So when Michael Irvin, he loves it. When Rodney Peete sees that out there, he knows he's going right now as quickly as he can to Michael Irvin. And when Michael Irvin can get you one-on-one and use his hands the way he does. Watch his hands here. He gets the right hand up in the back, the left hand in the back, get Williams just to go a little to the inside, catches the ball and outruns him.
(21-21) tie. Cardinals ball. And the handoff is to Moore. He is hit by Dixon Edwards after a couple. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League, is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Arizona Cardinals and the National Football League is prohibited. Haven't had a chance to do that for a while.
Up, do it well.
Who was I?
That's Summerall, an ex-Cardinal, by the way.
Right.
A guy who used to play for this team.
In Chicago.
The Chicago Cardinals.
Not much for Garrison Hurst. How many consecutive sellouts, home and the road, has Dallas played in, including this one?
I would just say a whole bunch.
Yep.
Seems like every time we do a game, it's a sellout when the Cowboys play the answer. I guess, what is 59?
59.
That's what I would have guessed.
The last one they didn't sell out for anywhere was right here.
I wouldn't have guessed that. What, do you win some stuff or something? You win some Aflacs?
Yeah. Screen pass. They don't get a first. Cardinals will have to punt.
I think this is an example of what Buddy Ryan was talking about is offense. Don't give them the game. Don't do anything stupid. Don't force anything. Let the defense win it for you. Because if the defense blitzes too much and lets Michael Irvin out there on an island with James Williams, they're not going to win it either.
They're going to lose it for you.
What they did in the first game, and that part of the defense didn't work.
Fiegel's back to punt. Kevin Williams standing back at about the 22-yard line. It is okay. Williams signals fair catch and makes it at the 21-yard line. That's where the Cowboys will begin. We're tied at 21. Now is Emmitt Smith out to about the 25, a pickup of 4. He's been held in check.
Yeah, we don't have a blimp this week. I don't know, where did that thing come from?
Nearby.
What is that? That's an air balloon or something?
Hot air balloon, yes.
So they just get a hot air balloon up and float it. Where is that thing? Floating up over the stadium here?
There are those who think it might follow us. 2nd and 6. Smith again. Smith is hit by Clyde Simmons for a loss.
He not only got hit at the line of scrimmage, but he got hit for a long time there by Clyde Simmons. I think Clyde got him going there and just kept him going back and back and back. Yeah, the Cardinals have made a change in their defensive line lately. Michael Bankston moved into the tackles, playing at the tackle, and Chad Brown has been playing that left end.
3rd and 6. 21-21 tie. 9:40 left to play. Third down 6. Let's see if they put the pressure on. There's not a blitz. Peete gets it out to Michael Irvin, and that's enough for a first down at the Cardinal 35.
I remember when Norv Turner was the offensive coordinator of the Cowboys, and used to talk to him before the game, and I'd say, what's your game plan? He said, well, it's the same as every week. He said, we just hand it to Emmitt and throw it to Michael, and Now with Troy Aikman out, it looks like that's the game plan that they're giving Rodney Peete. Hand it to Emmitt, throw it to Michael.
I'll tell you what, Rodney Peete has thrown the ball pretty well. As he has had to step in for Aikman.
Yeah, you looked early when he first went in. It looked like he was a little rusty, and then he got in a rhythm and got in a groove, and he's much more confident.
1st and 10. Here's Peete going to throw it again. Going deep. Pass is caught by Alvin Harper this time. Harper. I don't know how, but that's a catch.
That's the same thing. See, now James Williams isn't playing up tight. He's playing off, but it's the same place. Alvin Harper runs it out. Now, right there, he gets a step on him. Then he brings that right hand back, pushes off a little with that, and Rodney Peete makes one heck of a throw.
Again.
I think they just look over at that left and say they're going to work on James Williams and put Michael Irvin over there, or Harper, or whomever.
Both of them so much bigger than he is. 1st down. The handoff is to Emmitt Smith. Smith is tripped up again at the line of scrimmage by Andre Waters. No gain.
And that's the thing that you have to be able to do. When they come up and they're going to put their safeties up there and they're going to blitz and they're going to not let you run, you have to be able to take advantage of that one-on-one coverage on the corner, especially when you have better receivers than they have a corner.
Smith has 16 carries for 57 yards. They kept him in check. 2nd down and 9. Here's Peete. Has the protection. The pass is complete to Novacek at the Cardinal 15. Novacek, an ex-Cardinal.
That's why you always have to throw it deep. And you always say throw deep to loosen them up. And you can see what happened. When they were throwing short and they were trying to pound things in there, they couldn't get anything going. Then they got that deep one. Then they can get a little running. Then you can go to this short stuff to Novacek. But the thing that they did by throwing to Irvin and then coming back and throwing to Harper is they've loosened this Cardinal defense up.
1st and 10, Dallas. At the Cardinal 15 and a half. Clock running. That's Emmitt Smith running. Inside the 15, about the 14. Again, Emmitt stopped in a hurry, this time by Bankston.
And now the Cowboys are getting down into that area. Remember, Troy Aikman threw that first touchdown pass to Harper. It was a slant out there to the left. And they may not do it on 2nd down, but I wouldn't be surprised if in this drive somewhere they come back to that slant or short post, whatever you call it, to the left.
2nd and 9. They might do it this time. Harper goes left. Irvin comes right. Here comes the blitz. There's the slant. That's Harper. Close to 1st down yardage. I think he is. It's very close.
It was a matter of time. Here's Harper out there. He's just going to run the slant right now. The blitz, they have to get rid of the ball. Again, they're working on Washington. He comes up and makes the tackle. It's a 1st down. Or no, it's not a 1st down. It's short of 1st down. But it's not a touchdown either.
3rd and 1.
This is a big down here because with the score tied, even though it's 3rd and short, I think if the Cowboys don't get a 1st down here, I think they probably have to kick the field goal.
21-21 tie. Emmitt Smith gets the call, and Emmitt Smith will get the touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead. This is the first time that they've ever played in this stadium against the Cardinals that they've scored more than 2 touchdowns.
I bet there's somewhere Emmitt Smith is thinking, don't say that no one can run on you because I'm going to run on you. I'll tell you, Rodney Peete has come in and done a heck of a job.
He really has.
He loosened that defense up so that Emmitt Smith could do that.
Chris Boniol for the extra point. Novacek holding. Boniol's extra point is good. 28-21 Dallas as Aikman still looks on. 5:13 left to play. Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. The Cowboys lead by a touchdown, 28-21, and what a job Rodney Peete has done. Emmitt Smith scored the go-ahead touchdown. Michael Irvin has 2. Alvin Harper 1. 28-21. Boniol's kickoff is going to be handled this time by Patrick Robinson at about the 7. He's got some room. Flag on the play. Flags on the play.
They're throwing flags from the front and the back. They must have caught some good stuff against the Cardinals here. I think you'd have to say that the fourth quarter has been the Cowboys, Pat. Look at this.
Yeah.
159 yards to 18.
During the return, holding by the receivers, number 95, 10 yards, first down and 10.
And in that fourth quarter, they also got 2 touchdowns, and here's one of them. Watch Daryl Johnston here. He's going to get a couple of blocks. What they do is they're going to take Wilbur Marshall, number 55, kick him out. Johnston, boom, he gets Clyde Simmons there, comes up, boom, gets another one right there, and that's what got Emmitt Smith into the end zone. Watch Johnston's 2 blocks. Turn out, boom, right there, 1, boom, right there, 2, and that was enough to get Emmitt Smith to the corner.
It's about all he needs.
I don't know how you ask a guy to do that. You go block 2, Johnston. Yeah. Okay. Move.
First down, Cardinals at their own 10. Beuerlein is hit, and down he goes. Hit first by Leon Lett, and then down by Russell Maryland.
Leon Lett has that big wingspan. That big wingspan was so big on that one, it went beyond Beuerlein. This is what a pass rusher looks like before the ball snapped. This is what he looks like when the ball snapped. This is what he looks like when he sees the quarterback. This is what he looked like when he has a great big old wingspan.
First sack by either team all day.
That almost took half of Beuerlein's top parts off.
Second and 15. Handoff. You can be conservative, and you can be conservative. That may be too conservative.
And it's tough. You know what they're probably worried about is the poor field position and trying to open it up with this poor field position. But Leon Lett looks like he's just possessed. I mean, he's just taking this thing over. Watch him come in here. I mean, he's just grabbing stuff and throwing guys back, and then all his buddies are getting in on it too.
I was going to say he's got a lot of company.
Yeah, he's kind of taking over this deal. If he doesn't watch out, he's going to become one of the better defensive tackles in this league.
3rd and 13. Beuerlein has 4 wide receivers, and he's back in the spread formation. Beuerlein has time, has Ricky Proehl, and he has for the Cardinals a first down.
Now that's the second pass Ricky Proehl caught. The first one was for a touchdown. You know, they have some receivers here.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Proehl, Gary Clark, Randall Hill. I mean, they have some guys that can do some damage to you. And I think they have some guys that can give you some protection. I mean, they can get open. If they could just get the ball out there, they can throw this ball a little.
At the end of this game, John and I will select the Miller Lite player of the game. Right now, it's too tough to call. Here's Beuerlein back to throw. Protection's good. The pass is complete. It's Gary Clark. Flag on the play.
The Cardinals sideline is saying it's a face mask against the Cowboys. That's the first signal. It's the good news. The bad news is in front of the players. But it's the right signal. Now, buddy, I think
number 24 on the defense, 5 yards, first down.
Red Cashin leaves nothing to wonder about when he calls first down.
You know, and he does it a little more emphatically when it's for the home team. You see it right there is when Larry Brown brings that left hand around and got a hold of the face mask.
3:07 left to play. 28-21 Dallas. Beuerlein back to throw. To center. Larry center. Into Dallas territory. Tripped up by Brock Marion. But a play that's worked several times today.
Larry Centers brings all his emotion. That was a middle screen. You know, when you were getting pressure up the middle was starting to take over, then you just let them come up and you just hit the screen right over the middle. Usually screen passes are out to the right or out to the left, but that one was a middle screen.
This has been some battle. 2.5 minutes left. 1st and 10. Dallas by a touchdown. 1st and 10 Cardinals at the Dallas 44. Beuerlein chased out of the pocket by Lett. Beuerlein fires. Ricky Proehl takes the pass from Beuerlein. He was very close to being over the line of scrimmage when he let it go. But they're moving the chains. It's 1st down, Arizona.
That's one thing about Steve Beuerlein, you know, is he can move a little. He sees Lett getting the pressure up the middle. He moves to the outside. He's directing to the left. And then he sees Proehl. That's not a bad guy to throw it to. Because Proehl's going to, 1, catch the ball, 2, know where he is, and 3, stay in bounds.
Beuerlein 18 out of 27. 1 touchdown for the day. The touchdown to Proehl. Here comes the late blitz. Pass, I believe, is picked off, incomplete. No interception. They were both out of bounds. That was Kevin Smith who made the catch.
I think if you want to go to work deep, you don't want to go to work on Kevin Smith. We talk about Aeneas Williams being one of the best corners in the league. Kevin Smith is also one of the best corners in the league, and most teams have noticed have been staying away from him. He catches a ball there, but that right foot is out, and the left foot stays in. They have the same rules as the offensive guys do.
2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers. Dallas leading 28-21. Centers is back there with Beuerlein. Flag on the play. Haley, who had lined up on the left side, jumped into the backfield.
Lined up over there on Rick Cunningham.
Before the ball was snapped. False start. Number 64, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Across from Haley.
Yeah, that was Rick Cunningham, and of course that happens when you're playing against Charles Haley. You know Haley's here, and you know that he's going to come, and he's going to come right quickly when that ball snapped. So Cunningham knows that, so he loses. You see that little move right there?
Yep.
That was what brought Haley, and that was what brought that yellow flag, this deal right there.
2nd and 15. Beuerlein again lined up in the spread. Beuerlein is hit from behind just as he let it go by Charles Haley.
I tell you, and Brian Reeves went the other way. Number 80 is Brian Reeves. He was going to the post, and Beuerlein throws it to the outside. He sees him there in the post. He throws it to the outside. Haley hit him just as he was throwing it, but Beuerlein threw it one way, and Brian Reeves ran the other way.
3rd and 15. Beuerlein out of the spread. Looking to throw and does. Pass incomplete. Intended for Brian Reeves. James Washington, the cover man. It'll bring up a big 4th down, 2 minutes to play. Reeves, the intended receiver. Beuerlein's protection wasn't that bad. It brings up a 4th down, 28-21 Dallas.
There has never been a better time to buy.
Those loud fake bread. Imagine a rent-a-car.
Dallas 28, Arizona 21. 4th and 15. The Cardinals at the Dallas 35.
Well, you'd have to think here that the Cardinals have to think of either throwing the ball to Ricky Proehl or to Gary Clark. I would think when you get down to 4th down and you only have one play, I would get the ball. Somehow, number 84 will get open for you. I would believe in that.
Haley has moved back to the right side to rush. Tolbert's over on the left. Beuerlein back deep for the snap. Snap is good. Here comes Haley. Beuerlein got away from him and fires. That won't be enough for a first down anyway, and Dallas will take over. Haley with a hurry.
Beuerlein's trying to get an interference. There's no flags on the play. Yeah, you talk about playmakers. Charles Haley's a playmaker. You know, when they need the pass rush, here comes Haley. He made Beuerlein step up, and then Beuerlein still almost found something out here. But Charles Haley came from that backside of Beuerlein like he was shot out of a cannon. That's what, that's what the Cowboys have. That's why they're the best team in the National Football League.
You talk about your weapons, there's another one.
Right, and they got big playmakers, and their playmakers make plays when they need them.
Emmitt Smith over the left side. 1:45 left. Timeout called by the Cardinals. They have now one left.
I wonder if Troy Aikman knows exactly what the heck is going on now.
He looks like he does now. He knows who the guy is next to him.
Rich Dalrymple there. And, of course, Gary Clark was on the sideline because Gary Clark on that fourth down play, he was open. And he could have thrown it to Gary Clark. And there's no one in a big situation like that that wants the ball more than Gary Clark. And watch him on that play. You see, he is open. I mean, he could have thrown anywhere in the middle or led him there. But that's what you want. I mean, you want guys. You need on a team, you need guys that in big situations want the ball.
Today's game is produced by Bob Stenner and directed by Sandy Grossman. The studio was produced by Scott Ackerson and directed by Bob Levy. Executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. Dallas 28, Arizona Cardinals 21.
There's Charles Haley. He was a college teammate of Gary Clark and to James Madison together. That would have been some team to coach, huh?
2nd and 8, and Smith again. Hits the left side, and again the Cardinals call a timeout. That's their last. Next Sunday, Fox NFL Sunday begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, with the hottest one-hour pregame show on television. Then it's Fox NFL Sunday regional action at 1 o'clock. John and I will be at the Meadowlands, as most of you will see the Detroit Lions battle the Giants. In the other early games, the Eagles take on the Redskins. The Cowboys travel to Cincinnati. Then at 4 o'clock Eastern, others will see Minnesota at Tampa Bay. Check local listings for the game in your area next Sunday, right here on Fox Sports.
And Gary Clark still wants the ball there. Yeah, but how would you like to be the coach at James Madison and have Gary Clark on offense? You're coaching at James Madison and Charles Haley on defense. I'd take those two guys and I'd play any college schedule.
Emmitt Smith gets the Dallas first down, and that'll seal things.
Look at Eric Williams there. He's there. That's what a big tackle does. After they get a first down, you just hit yourself in the head. Michael Irvin, he already hit himself in the head.
Or somebody did. Somebody got him riled up. He made 2 great catches for touchdowns.
Hey, this was an emotional game for the Cowboys, I think, especially after they lost Troy Aikman. Emmitt Smith came through and did what he had to, and like I said, their big playmakers made big plays today.
There's one of them, Harper. Shante Carver, who played here. Rodney Peete did a heck of a job. It was he who kneeled. I'd like to welcome those of you who've been watching the Raiders defeat Atlanta. Welcome to Sun Devil Stadium, where the Cowboys are defeating and will defeat the Arizona Cardinals 28-21. A tough game this time.
Now this was what we expected in the first game. I think this is what Buddy Ryan expected in the first game. Sort of about as tough and as hard-fought football game as you can play in this league at this time of the year.
Clock running. That should be the last play of the game, and Gary Clark really upset.
Some people don't like losing, and some people hate to lose.
There's a guy who hates to lose. There's a guy who hates to lose. Our Miller Lite player of the game will be chosen by John Madden and me, and it is Rodney Peete. You could have made a lot of choices, and that's not a bad one.
Well, you know, he had to. And once the Cowboys lost Troy Aikman, it was like all the life went out of their team. Offense, defense, special teams. Then Rodney Peete came in. Their defense made a couple plays, and they got their life back. And that's what a backup quarterback has to do, is what Rodney Peete did today.
Hard-fought battle between the Cardinals and the Cowboys at Sun Devil Stadium. Final score here at Sun Devil Stadium: Dallas 28, the Cardinals 21. Coming up, it's the NASDAQ stock market post-game report. James and Terry will get you up to date on all of today's NFL action with scores and highlights from around the NFL. That's all coming up next on the NASDAQ stock market post-game report.